here live with me now or catching it on replay, either here or I will post it on Facebook too for all the people that can't find it on YouTube. I wanted to start off tonight with a couple of little announcements. So the whole US Canada tariff situation, there's a new wrinkle in it that my shippers have let me know. So one of the shipping companies that I use, especially to ship down to the States, they take over truckloads of items. And one of the things that they're saying now is that we cannot ship anything to the States that was made in China unless we have substantially changed it. So meaning, if you make something that has a component from China, but then I do all kinds of painting and change it all up entirely, then that's fine. But for a lot of the tchotchke items that if they're made in China, I cannot ship them. And what they are doing is they are doing spot checks of the trucks as they go over. And so they will, in fact, open packages. And if there is even one package that has a made in China item that was mislabeled, meaning the person said, oh, no, it was made in the States, or it was made in Canada, or it was made in Italy, when it was actually manufactured in China, then they will make the entire truck go away. They'll make it go back. And my shipper has now implemented $1,000 fine to anybody's package that causes that to happen, because that's a lot of grief for all of the other businesses that had packages in that shipment. So in an effort not to cause undue delay. So it does mean that there may be some instances, and Barbie, you're my first instance, where there may be some items that I discover when I have to go and declare where it was manufactured, that I discover that they were made in China. And so Barbie, one of your items is that. Now, I don't know if you're going to watch this tonight or see it on replay. I will be reaching out via email, and we'll talk about what you want to do. Obviously, in those instances, I'm going to fully refund orders. Nobody's going to be out any money, but you're going to be out the product. I'm not going to be able to ship it. And I have too many items that are already listed in the shop for me to be able to go back and attribute all of them. Plus, it's a lot of research. Not all items have it stamped. And for some things, it might say the company, and the company is US based, but then to be able to go back and research everything to find out where it was actually manufactured for that US company or Canadian company, I'm not going to be able to discover that for everything, but for everything that I possibly can, I will. So just so you know that there may be that little hiccup, my apologies up front. There's nothing I can do about that. It's just the US is not allowing made in China items to ship through. I thought that they were attributing like a really hellish tariff on it, but now they're turning away. They're turning away those shipments, period. And until things straighten out, however they're going to straighten out, we just have to play by the ever-changing rules and see how that goes. So if it happens to impact you, my apologies up front, but I will always let you know you're never going to be out any of your money. It will always be refunded against whatever pay system that you utilized in making the purchase, and we'll just deal with them on a one-on-one basis as they arise. So
you might say you're probably going to have to err on caution as well if you're not sure.
Yes. So when I don't know, but I think it likely that it was manufactured in China, I'm just going to have to go with that. So I can't afford $1,000 fine, and I can't afford for my shipper to ditch me as a client either. So that's the other piece of it, is that then they blackball you. So it's just crazy, crazy times and just crazy circumstances, and we'll just deal with it as we need. Second announcement. So that was the bad news. Here's the good news. Starting Monday, you guys know ahead. I won't be sending out the newsletter until maybe Friday or Saturday, giving other people the heads up. But for those of you that stick with me Wednesday nights, you get to know ahead. IOD will be going on sale in my shop on Monday. So it starts Monday at like 12:01, just after midnight. And we'll go through till Saturday. So any and all in-stock IOD products and items will be 20% off for that entire Monday through Saturday period. So if you have something from previous releases that you've had your eye on and you were waiting for a sale, I know there was a number of you that were coming into the shop saying, Cindy, you've usually had a sale by now. I just am really far behind on stuff. It's not enough just to put it on sale. I have to create all of the social media campaign that goes with it. And that just reminds me, I haven't done a banner for the website. Okay, see, there's stuff. And I just haven't had a lot of extra time with this whole mom situation and the covering nights and the scheduling of PSWs. And I mean, it's just been crazy and squeezing in tours of facilities. And it just seems kind of never ending. And that's taking up a lot of my time. But I did manage to get my budding gear, and I do have IOD on sale, and it starts Monday. So you've heard it here first. You guys get the first announcement, the first heads up on it, and you can kind of start checking out if there's anything that's been on your wish list and you've been waiting for the sale. It's coming up. Monday's video, which a lot of you really enjoyed, was just really, I think, maybe the first in a series of videos of what the heck to do with thrifted cutting boards. So I had 2 cutting boards. I did 2 different projects. I have huge stacks of cutting boards still, and I feel compelled to buy them whenever I'm thrifting and I see them again. They're just good, solid, quality pieces of wood. There's so many things that you can do with it. So we did 2 things. One, we took a, which I don't have here anymore to show you, but we took a thrifted silver-plated teapot and a beautiful, lovely oval cutting board that had seen better days. It was perfectly fine once you sanded it down, but we turned it into a birdhouse for outdoors. And then I had thrifted this fabulous teapot-shaped cutting board. I mean, come on. Even if you didn't know what the heck to do with it, you would have to pick this up, would you not? None of you would have walked past this. You would, okay, Nick's over here shaking his head going, I wouldn't have picked that up. I wouldn't have done. But it was just a lovely plain cutting board. The back, we just kind of cleaned up, sanded, and hemp oiled with a food grade hemp oil. So you can use this side as a charcuterie board, right? Food safe, no problem. This side, we did some decoupaging, but I tried a different decoupage medium. So check that out. That was a little tip that I got, and I tried it out, and it worked awesome. This just stayed perfectly smooth and flat and no wrinkles or anything. Granted, the paper was on the thicker side, but we finished this off and we resin coated it. So it's nice and durable, great little display piece, but perfect for tray. And now you can put hot, cold beverages on it, no problem. So I'll just pop it there. Oh, I think. Okay, I'm not popping it there. All right. Okay. Well, I'm going to be handing you a bunch of other stuff, and I don't have that side of the table cleaned off very well. So I've got tons of project things. If you want that, the resin jugs can go under, and the DIY paint goes up on the DIY shelf if you want. As you're standing back there, then that gives you a little more space. It's just been busy.
Underwear.
Down the shelf down over there, you see the empty on the bottom. Oh, it's been crazy. So let's jump into some of the new stuff. Barbie's been shopping, obviously, since I mentioned her and the whole Canadian issue thing. Joni's been shopping already too, but I did get a little bit more time in here today, and listed a couple more things that I had sitting around here waiting to get listed that I never got to, but let's jump in. So let's start. I have a lot of, not a lot, but I have a number of kind of mugs or cups tonight. So let's jump in and start with this pair right off the bat. These are handmade from Macmillan Pottery. That's from PEI, I believe. I love these colors, very much that beachy, coastal kind of vibe to them. There is some crazing of the cream colored glaze, which doesn't bother me in the slightest, but if it bothers you, know that up front. These mugs on his website sell for $40 each. I'm selling the pair, and it's got the little aqua rim on the inside. I'm selling the pair for $16, and they're just, oh, sorry.
I just said notes from Barbie.
Okay, Nick was signaling me, but just a lovely, nice sized mug that's just a lovely kind of summer vibe happening there.
So
Okay.
Barbie says, as an American, can I sincerely say I am so sorry for all this nonsense? And then as for my order, can you possibly just hold on to it for a bit to see if things improve?
You know what, Barbie, I can hold on to it for however long you want, honey. That's not a problem. And I don't mind doing that at all. It just seems like day by day, I was able to ship things from China until just this week, I think. All of a sudden, then the shipping companies are up in an uproar because they started getting turned away from the border. So not your fault. Nothing to be sorry about. It is what it is. And we're all just having to navigate the ever-changing landscape, because it seems like it's so hard to keep up. Like, it just seems like things change daily. And thankfully, I have shippers that are sending out daily memos about, this is their business. They're keeping themselves abreast, because I wouldn't have the time to do that, but I certainly don't want to mess things up. So yeah, honey, I will put them off to the side and I will hang on to them. And if you don't mind that.
She says, if you don't mind, just hold on to it for a bit then.
Yeah, then that's fine. We can do that. I have people that buy things and that they're only here half the year, and they go, I'm starting a box. I'm one customer in particular. She has a place in Barbados. She's there for 6 months. She goes, I'm starting a box. Just keep putting things into the box. She's coming home in 2 weeks. Well, this home, the others are home too, but she's got 3 boxes right now. So they've been sitting there for 6 months. It's okay. It all works out. Okay. This is a Mexican pewter square serving dish with ceramic tile inset handles for $16. Now, Mexican pewter is not necessarily the pewter that we think. It's, I can't remember, Nick, you'd have to check the listing for me to see what it is. It's some kind of aluminum, I think.
Non-toxic alloy of aluminum.
Yeah, non-toxic alloy of aluminum is Mexican pewter. So perfectly food safe. And I think that was the important part out of all of that. $16 for that.
So Barbie says, LOL. Well, I was going to ask you to start me a box since my order is so little this time.
Okay. Well, there you go. We've got a strategy going, honey. We can build a bigger box. It'll all be fine. Okay, we have this platter. Now, this is from La Primula from Italy. I don't know why it's La if it's Italy, because I always think of that as being French, but I suck at languages apart from English. I am good with English. So I at least have one thing going for me. But this platter has like the open unglazed terracotta rim around it. And then it has raised, almost like harvest kind of fruits and veg, because there's like the apples and the grapes and the grape leaves and nice and clean looking. I love this. $12 for that. Okay, just wanted to stack that. All right, let me start with these mugs and get these guys out of the way. Oh, I brought 4 of them over. I usually only bring 2 over. But these are Archipel from France glass. That's kind of like they're kind of like the now see, I went to go say who they're like, and that's kind of gone right out of the glassware maker. Oh, I can't remember. Anyway, Archipel of France. These are lovely daisy mugs. They've got the dragonflies and some fruits on them. The design pattern is in perfect condition. So usually if you see wear on any of these items, it's because they've been put through the dishwasher 5 million times. These are all still bright and vibrant, look pretty much brand new, which means they washed them by hand and took care of them. $16 for the set of 4. Of those guys. Okay. This art pottery bowl. This is from an artist. Oh my goodness, I can't remember her name. Deb something. It is signed by her on the bottom, so we know it's attributed to her. I did put her full name in the description because she is well known, especially for her hand-painted houses design. So this is Bowl with Houses, and it is signed by her with the website name on the bottom.
Deb Schrader.
Deb Schrader. So these are highly collectible little bowl items. She's got a couple of little houses in the bottom and then all the way the round. $14 for this, but they sell for substantially more from her site. It's just super cute. It's nice and bright and cheerful, and I love that. Okay, this one we're going over to Ireland. So it's not like I'm deliberately staying away from China now, but I am definitely going to be trying my darndest to stay away from anything from China. I'm going different countries now. So this one is from Ireland. This is Shannon Bridge from Ireland. Ceramic milk carton emblazoned with little fish all the way around for $11. That's not a good choice. Okay. I have 2 of these. I only have 1 left because one is in Barbie's box. Okay, Barbie, we're going for alliteration now. Beautiful Barbie's box. These are from Bella Casa by Gans. Now, Gans does some manufacturing in Italy, some manufacturing in China. They're not a Chinese company. They're not an Italian company, but you know, that's how it goes. So these are little boot vases. And when I was looking them up, so they're $8 each. I have 1 left. But when I was looking them up, I saw that there was an old vintage cast iron boot, not a vase, but a cast iron boot that looked almost identical, had it pretty much like the same kind of patterning and stuff. What this was a take of.
Barbie says, ooh, Barbie wants both.
Oh, you didn't realize there were 2? They're cute as a pair, right? You need 2 shoes. Well, Barbie, if you buy it, I'll add it to the box because those are the China ones. Those are the ones that are the kicker right now. But they are really adorable. So let's go with they're well worth the wait. Let's go with that, honey. Okay, this one we're going to Japan. This is from Manwar Craft. They're called little shrimp boats. So I'm selling them together as a pair for $12. I did see them online for probably double that. They have a little divider in the front.
A shrimp cocktail boat.
Yes. Well, they say shrimp boat on them.
Oh,
that's why I said shrimp boat. But I had thought that maybe they were the shrimp and then the tails would go in there. But it's the sauce, the little dipping cocktail sauce in here is where your shrimp would go. So if you're like shrimp cocktail lovers and you don't want to do those fancy dancy clear glass raised things, here's little shrimp boats for you. We will often have shrimp and dressing. Is that Barbie?
I don't know.
I'm just hearing the buying button. It was?
She's bought the other boot.
Oh, you bought the other boot. Okay, Barbie, you were too cute. All right. I got this tall, skinny picture. I love the look of this one, and especially think about those cut flowers, because it's not like it's a huge picture for, you know, like your iced tea or your lemonades or things like this,
Margaritas.
right? Or Nick's margaritas, which needs a much bigger thing. This is from Great British Traditions, their farmhouse collection. It's $12, but I was seeing this online for as much as $40 or $50, which is kind of crazy. I mean, it's cute. It's in the soft kind of taupey cream color with the faux distressing. This with like a bouquet of fresh cut flowers sticking out is just going to be lovely for the summer.
So Barbie says those will be my new paintbrush holders.
Oh, super cute for paintbrushes. Okay. All right. Now we have to get those to you. So we're just gonna, things will settle.
Yeah.
Things are gonna settle. It can't stay crazy forever, right? Okay. I should knock on wood for that one. just, I don't want to jinx it. All right. This guy. Now, this is a very solid pot. It's got, I'm assuming Chinese characters on there. Korean characters. Yeah, sorry, it's Korean. Yes. Korean characters on there. I do not know what it says, but technically, this is a covered teacup. So a covered Korean teacup, $8. It is very substantial to be able to keep the heat in, to retain the heat with its own little lid. It's kind of in a soft celadon, kind of bluey green, and it has very faint raised patternings around there. I think I kind of see birds and wings in there. But I just love that just as a nice little teacup. And usually I start walking around here and my tea is all cold. You want to feel the weight? It's solid, right?
Mhm.
I don't know. It's not bad. Okay, little touch of whimsy for everybody for $7. Got this cute little flamingo bell. Just super cute little palm tree. Little shoes and a hat. It's just something different. Okay, let me go this way. Got these two little handmade pottery bud vases. I'm selling them together for $9 because like if you want one, you're gonna want two. They're just super cute. Slightly different height. So they kind of go together nicely as a pair if you were doing some little blooms with them. And you know that I love the handmade pottery. So those are a winner. All right, these cups. These are Scottish blend mugs. So we're hitting all the countries tonight, right? It's like we're going all over. They all say it's our cup of tea. They have the Scottish blend logo on the bottom. It's a set of 4, 2 blue, 2 orange. They're in pristine condition. So 4 of them for $16.
Excuse me. The translation of that is Lee Sang Wook in brackets father, taxpayer in brackets mother. I have no idea.
Okay. Nick was seeing if he could do Korean to English. Hojib, Lee Sang Wook father, taxpayer mother. 911123. Okay. I no clue. No clue, and I don't even know if that's accurate. It just is what it is. Okay. I have this little enamel canister. So this lovely small enamel canister. It's got distressing, it's got some chipping. these are super cute. This is $6. In reading the bottom, it used to have, so it's 18 ounces. It used to have a soy wax candle in it. So it's all cleaned out. It's perfectly fine. But it was a scented candle because I can smell the scent. I don't like scents, but a couple of runs through the dishwasher and the scent would be gone. But that's the only way that I know that they were premium soy wax candles, hand poured. I don't know what smell it was though. It's kind of herby. It's kind of an herby smell. You're not going to be able to guess it.
Smells like butter, popcorn.
No. Okay, Nick thinks it smells like popcorn. I don't think it smells like popcorn at all. I think it smells
Stinks.
like herby something. I'd wash it. I'd soak it. All right, next up. This lovely little pottery jar with a lid, perfect as a sugar bowl, good for little trinkets, little money jar. It's just got the little blue floral on each side. Honey jar, well, unless you want to have the honey spoon and then it doesn't have the cutout for that, but also not bad as a salt cellar, which I have a number of those. $7 for that guy. And then we have two little dip bowls in lovely, vibrant aqua and lime green. They've got the black, almost matte base to them. Just lovely going into the summer as little dip bowls, little separate dip bowls or olive bowls or something like that for $10 for the set. They've got almost like this wave pattern happening. Can you guys see that with the little lines and the waves going through the glazing? So it's just kind of an interesting finish there. These guys, this is Cornish ware. It is known for the blue and kind of that creamy white striping. And the blue is actually slightly raised. So I have a set of 2 mugs and the matching creamer. And they are all stamped on the bottom. So they are official Cornish ware from England. And this one on the inside and a little bit on the outside glazing has some crazing. These ones do not. They're pristine, but the set of 3 is for $14. And if you're familiar with Cornish ware, that's a good deal. So if you've got a bit of a collection, you're looking to round them out, that's a good one. Next up, oh my goodness. I feel like this was a lot, even though, even though Joni was in buying long before I came to this. Joni snagged a really cute ceramic watering can that already got shipped out to you. I'm working on your other 2 items, Joni. I'm having a hard time. I think that maybe the tariff websites where I have to, not the tariff websites, but the special tax codes that I have to put on every item on every shipment going overseas. They're just, they must be overloaded or something because they're all just spinning. I managed to get your 1 package done before that happened. And it's been, I can't get the codes and I need the codes. All right. These are also made in England. So this is Pink Transferware. This is from Churchill. And we've got the little creamer and covered sugar in the matching set. These are for $16. And I think that the lowest price I saw for these online was maybe about $45 actually. But just super cute, great shape on those ones. So if you like the pink tones of this, then that's a good one to pick up. And now I have a number of teacups, and I still have a number to actually work through, and they've just been sitting off on a side table forever. And somebody came into the shop the other day and they go, those have been sitting there for a while. Are you ever going to list them? Okay. Yes. Yes, I am. I listed one earlier, but Joni nabbed it, and then I got my button gear and I listed 4 more. So we have this super sweet little pansy one. It's got little scalloped edges and some gold rimming. This one, the gold is in really good shape. This is a Trenton of England teacup and saucer, obviously, for $9 in the pansy pattern with some of the blues and yellows. This one, and you know that I don't know my flowers, so thank Google. This is primula, little yellow primula flowers all over the mug. It's got the gold rimming as well. Little bit of wear on the gold on the handle, but and the rim, but in pretty good shape. This is for $9 also, and this is from Old Royal of England. These are all England. These are all bone china. And they are all ones. They are all individual. So this one, now see, I looked at this one and I thought that it was sunflowers, but it is yellow daisies. Sort of sunflowerish though.
Not really.
Okay, you should just not talk. Okay, this is from Royal Vale of England. This is $9 as well in the yellow daisy pattern. And the gold on this one is pretty much pristine. So that one is awesome. Now this one is white daffodils. So white daffodil pattern. And this is from Delphine in England. And the gold is in great shape on this one. Now this one I saw for $60 online. The other ones were anywhere, I just priced them all at $9, but they were from anywhere from about 18 to 25 for each of them. This one is $18 in the shop, but the lowest price I saw it for was $60. I have no idea the reasons why certain lines, certain patterns, it is what it is, but in great shape also. So if you are a teacup lover, a teacup collector, then maybe there's a teacup for you. Last up is this little art print entitled "A Committee Has Been Appointed," which is also what is said there. And the artist is Don Nettobeck, and he is known for his whimsical art pieces. And in this, it's all the birds all gathered for committee. They've all got different little expressions. It's been professionally framed. It's got triple matting, which is very expensive, and then a lovely washed wood frame. And this is for $18 in the shop too. So I think that would be really cute in an office, you know, like a committee has been formed. And I just think it's just a cute little piece of birds. Okay, that is it from me for tonight, guys. Thanks as always for tuning in. Thank you as well for any of your support. Barbie, thanks for understanding. Glad you got the other boot out of it. At least that fills the box a little bit more. And we'll see what we can do for you as we go along. But you know, shipping woes. It seems to be the nature of my life right now. That there's always some new challenge in that arena coming up. So those of you that are local and that pick up, yay! Thanks. Thanks again for tuning in, guys. Looking forward to seeing you next week, and hope you have a great weekend in between. Take care.